Welcome to this journey into the mysterious and powerful teachings of Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom, magic, and transformation. For centuries, the Emerald Tablets have remained one of the most enigmatic texts in human history, filled with divine symbols, cosmic laws, and hidden codes that point toward something greater within us all. Today, you are about to discover 35 secret teachings buried deep within these ancient tablets that were never meant for the ordinary mind, but for those who seek to awaken the power that lies dormant within. These are not just words written in stone. They are spiritual instructions that, if applied correctly, can unlock doors to hidden realms of awareness, energy, and universal truth. Thoth did not just write these teachings for the priests of Egypt. He left them for the seekers of every generation. For those who are ready to rise above the noise of the world and hear the wisdom of the ages whispering from within. In this video, you will be guided through 35 profound principles that go beyond simple motivation or self-help, each one a key to your inner magic, a spark to ignite your divine potential, and a call to remember who you truly are beneath all the layers of fear, doubt, and limitation. So stay with me until the end, because every teaching revealed will take you one step closer to mastery of your own mind energy and spiritual destiny. To truly understand the 35 secret teachings we are about to explore, you must first understand the source from which they came. The ancient figure known as Thoth, revered by the Egyptians as the god of wisdom, writing, science, and magic. Thoth was more than just a deity. He was a being of immense knowledge, believed by some to be an Atlantean priest king who brought the light of higher consciousness to early civilizations after the fall of Atlantis. Thoth is often depicted with the head of an ibis, or sometimes as a baboon, both animals symbolizing intellect and insight. According to legend, he authored countless sacred texts, but none are more mysterious or powerful than the Emerald Tablets. These tablets are said to hold the keys to understanding the universe, the soul, and the true nature of reality. They were not written for the masses, but for the few who dared to seek truth beyond the physical world. The Emerald Tablets are unlike any other ancient scripture. They speak in the language of symbols, vibration, and cosmic law. They reveal truths about time, space, energy, and the divine essence that lives within all of us. These teachings have influenced countless mystical traditions, including Hermeticism, alchemy, Gnosticism, and modern esoteric philosophy. Some even believe the tablets are a form of multidimensional technology encoded with frequencies that can activate spiritual awakening in those who are ready. Understanding the Emerald Tablets means stepping outside the limits of ordinary thinking and embracing a deeper way of knowing. It requires an open heart, a curious mind, and the willingness to see beyond illusion. These teachings are not just about knowledge. They are about transformation. They invite you to rise above fear and ignorance and remember the eternal being, that you truly are a spark of divine intelligence on a sacred journey through time and space. Now that we have explored who Thoth is and the mysterious origins of the Emerald Tablets, let us begin to unlock the first 10 secret teachings that serve as the foundation of all the wisdom within these ancient texts. These principles are not just abstract ideas, they are living truths, meant to be experienced and integrated into your daily life. They form the core structure for activating your inner magic and aligning with higher consciousness. The first teaching is "the phrase is above, so below." This simple yet powerful statement reveals that the universe operates through reflection and correspondence. What exists on a grand cosmic scale also exists within you. Your inner world mirrors the outer world, and by transforming your thoughts and energy, you influence reality itself. This teaching invites you to see yourself as a microcosm of the divine and reminds you that your power lies not in changing the world outside, but in shifting the world within. The second teaching is the call to seek inner silence. In the stillness of the mind, you access the higher realms of thought, wisdom, and awareness. Noise creates confusion, but silence opens the gate to truth. When you quiet the endless chatter of your thoughts, you create space for divine intelligence to speak to you through intuition, through feeling, through direct knowing. This is where true magic begins, in the sanctuary of silence. The third teaching is that balance is the key to mastery. The Emerald Tablets speak of balance between the forces of light and darkness, masculine and feminine energy, material and spiritual reality. Only when you hold these forces in harmony can you access the higher frequencies of being. Imbalance creates suffering, but balance unlocks clarity, health, and inner strength. Seek balance in your actions, your emotions, your habits, and your beliefs. The fourth teaching urges you to know thyself. This ancient command is repeated across many mystical traditions because it is the foundation of transformation. You cannot master the world if you do not understand who you are beyond your name, your role. Your body within you lies a soul, consciousness that has lived many lifetimes and carries deep wisdom. When you come to know yourself beyond the surface, you awaken your true identity and remember your divine purpose. The fifth teaching is that the light is within you. You do not need to seek power outside of yourself. The source of all creation already exists in your heart, in your energy field, and in your consciousness. The Emerald Tablets emphasize that every soul is a spark of the infinite, and that by turning inward, you can ignite the flame of awareness that burns through illusion and fear. This light is your guide and your truth. The sixth teaching is to overcome fear, for fear is the great enemy of inner power. It distorts perception, limits growth, and disconnects you from your true self. Thoth reminds us that fear is only an illusion, a shadow with no real substance. When you face your fears and move through them with courage, you reclaim the energy that fear has trapped and redirect it into strength, vision, and freedom. The seventh teaching is that time is an illusion, and that true wisdom comes from understanding eternity. The Emerald Tablets speak of beings who exist beyond time and who move through dimensions freely. When you realize that you are not bound by the clock, but are instead in eternal consciousness, having a temporary experience, you begin to live with more presence, more intention, and more awareness of what truly matters. The eighth teaching is that energy follows thought. Your thoughts are not random, they are creative forces. Every time you think, you are sending out vibrations that shape your reality. This teaching calls you to become the master of your mind, to observe your thoughts and choose them wisely, because they are the seeds from which your future grows. Align your thoughts with truth, love, and purpose, and you will begin to experience a life that reflects those energies. The ninth teaching is to guard the gateway of your mind. Your mind is sacred. It is a temple, and it must be protected. Not all thoughts are yours. Not all energies belong in your space. The Emerald Tablets speak of entities and influences that can distort perception and weaken your connection to truth. So be mindful of what you allow, and through media, through conversation, through environment, cleanse your mind daily and fill it with what uplifts and empowers you. The 10th and final foundational teaching is to transmute the self. This means to change your lower nature into your higher nature, to take your anger and turn it into passion, your fear, and turn it into wisdom, your confusion, and turn it into clarity. Thoth teaches that transformation is not something that happens to you, but something you must create from within through discipline, intention, and the sacred fire of your will. When you begin to transmute the self, you become the alchemist of your own soul and step into your true magical power. As we move deeper into the sacred wisdom of the Emerald Tablets, we now enter a realm of application, where the teachings become more than ideas and instead take form as daily practices to awaken your inner magic. Teachings 11 through 20 are designed to be lived, to be embodied in your everyday experience. Each of them is a tool to elevate your vibration, sharpen your awareness, and unlock the divine forces that reside within you. The 11th teaching is to rise with the sun and align with its power. Thoth speaks of the sun not only as a physical star, but as a source of cosmic life energy. By attuning your energy to the rising sun each morning, you synchronize with the universal flow of creation. The light of the sun charges your aura, uplifts your spirit, and empowers your actions. Begin your day by absorbing its warmth and letting its golden frequency activate your inner light. The 12th teaching is to speak only words of power. Your words are not just sounds, they are vibrations that influence the field around you. The emerald tablets remind us that careless speech weakens energy, while conscious speech empowers the soul. Speak with purpose, with truth, with clarity. Let every word you say be a spell of healing, growth, and transformation. When you master your words, you begin to shape your reality with precision and intention. The 13th teaching is to purify the body as a vessel for the divine. Your body is not separate from your spiritual path. It is the temple through which your soul expresses its power. Daily practices of purification through breath, through clean nourishment, through movement, and sacred rest allow the energy within you to flow freely. Thoth teaches that only when the body is clean and balanced can higher forces fully descend and awaken the hidden powers within. The 14th teaching is to use the breath as a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Breath as life, and the emerald tablets speak of its power to control energy, thought, and even time. Conscious breathing centers your awareness, balances your emotions, and opens the gates to altered states of perception. Daily breathwork brings you back into alignment with your true essence and allows you to access the currents of divine intelligence that move through all things. The 15th teaching is to withdraw regularly into solitude. Silence is not emptiness, it is a portal to inner clarity. Thoth encourages the practice of stepping away from the noise of the world to reconnect with your inner self. Solitude allows your intuition to awaken and your energy to recalibrate. It is in these quiet moments that the most profound insights arise and the whispers of your higher self become loud enough to hear. The 16th teaching is to seek wisdom, not information, in a world flooded with knowledge. Thoth teaches us to look deeper. True wisdom is experiential. It comes through silence, observation, and inner reflection, not through data or endless input. Make time each day to study sacred texts, meditate on their meaning, and allow the deeper truths to reveal themselves slowly. Over time, what you embody becomes part of you. What you only read remains a shadow. The 17th teaching is to observe the stars and remember your connection to the cosmos. Thoth reminds us that we are not separate from the universe, but expressions of it. The stars are not just distant lights. They are living beings of consciousness and power. By observing the night sky, you reconnect with the eternal. You remember that your soul did not begin here on earth, and that your purpose is greater than you may yet understand. Let the stars guide your path, as they have guided sages and seekers for thousands of years. The 18th teaching is to serve the light in all that you do. Magic is not only about power, it is about alignment and service to the greater good. The emerald tablets speak of the importance of right action, of using your energy and wisdom to uplift others, to heal, to teach, to inspire. When your heart is aligned with service, your magic flows more freely, and you become a conduit for divine energy in everything you touch. The 19th teaching is to guard your energy from those who would drain it. Just as you must choose your thoughts and words with care, you must also choose the people and energies you allow into your field. Thoth warns of entities and forces that feed on fear, confusion, and weakness. Strengthen your aura with daily rituals. Protect your space with intention, and be fearless in letting go of what no longer serves your soul's growth. The 20th teaching is to remain centered no matter what the world brings. External chaos cannot disturb an inner world built on truth. Daily practice of grounding through breath, through stillness, through nature, and through presence allows you to become unshakable. This is the essence of inner magic, not the absence of challenge, but the presence of unwavering peace within. When you are centered, you can move through life as a true initiate, a master of energy, and a guardian of sacred wisdom. As we continue our journey through the secret teachings of Thoth and the Emerald Tablets, we now arrive at the next level of awakening. Teachings 21 to 30. These are not only sacred principles, but actual keys to unlock the hidden powers that lie dormant within your soul. Thoth teaches that within each human being is a spark of the infinite, and once this spark is activated, it can awaken abilities and perceptions far beyond what we believe to be possible. These teachings are meant to awaken the divine blueprint within you and remind you that you are not just a physical being, but a multidimensional force of light. The 21st teaching is to awaken the fire within. Thoth speaks of the inner fire as the sacred force of life, also known as the Kundalini or the serpent of power. This is the energy that lies coiled at the base of your spine, waiting to rise through the energy centers and activate your higher consciousness through breath, movement, intention, and devotion. You can awaken this fire and allow it to cleanse your blocks, purify your thoughts, and illuminate your path. This fire is not just energy, it is divine intelligence flowing through your entire being. The 22nd teaching is to open the eye of vision, often called the third eye. This is the center of inner sight, intuition, and higher perception. The Emerald Tablets teach that when this center is awakened, you begin to see not only with your physical eyes, but with the eye of truth. You begin to see energy, to understand the unseen, to receive visions and insights from higher dimensions. Practices like meditation, visualization, and chanting ancient sounds help to open this eye and awaken your inner sight. The 23rd teaching is to tune yourself to the frequency of the higher realms. Thoth explains that everything in the universe vibrates, and that the higher your vibration, the more access you have to divine guidance and magical forces. You can raise your frequency through sound, through light, through pure thought, and through love. The more you vibrate in harmony with the universal laws, the more you become a magnet for synchronicities, for healing, for inspiration, and for divine protection. The 24th teaching is to build your inner temple. This is not a physical place, but a sacred space within your consciousness, where you meet your higher self, your spirit guides, and the divine forces that guide you. The Emerald Tablets describe this inner sanctuary as a place of great power and wisdom, where all questions can be answered and all wounds can be healed. Spend time each day in stillness, imagining yourself entering your inner temple and connecting with the radiant presence that resides there. The 25th teaching is to remember your immortal nature. Thoth reminds us again and again that we are not our bodies, and we are not bound by time or death. Our essence is eternal and limitless. When you truly accept this teaching, fear begins to dissolve. You start to live with courage, with presence, with clarity. You make choices based not on survival, but on soul alignment. Remembering your immortality connects you to the great cycles of life and empowers you to live your purpose without hesitation. The 26th teaching is to walk between worlds. Thoth was known as the one who moves freely between dimensions, and he teaches us that we too have this ability. When we purify our energy and elevate our mind, we gain access to higher planes of consciousness and can receive messages from realms beyond the physical. This ability is not fantasy, it is a natural gift that returns when you develop your inner senses and trust your spiritual intuition. Walking between worlds means carrying wisdom from the higher into the lower and living with expanded awareness. The 27th teaching is to master the four elements within yourself: earth, water, fire, and air. These are not just aspects of nature, they are energies within your being. Earth is your stability and presence. Water is your emotion and intuition. Fire is your passion and will. Air is your thought and clarity. Thoth teaches that to unlock true power, you must bring these elements into harmony and learn to command them from within. When the elements are balanced, your inner world becomes a force of creation and transformation. The 28th teaching is to attune to the rhythm of the cosmos. Everything in existence moves in cycles: the planets, the moon, your breath, your emotions. When you begin to live in alignment with cosmic timing, you unlock hidden flows of energy that support your growth and awakening. The Emerald Tablets emphasize the importance of observing the cycles of nature, of honoring the lunar and solar rhythms, and of trusting the divine timing of your life. When you live in rhythm, you live in flow and power. The 29th teaching is to activate the sacred sound within you. Sound is not only a vibration, It is a tool for transformation, chanting, humming, speaking sacred words, and listening to high vibrational frequencies can rewire your consciousness and awaken deep layers of the soul. Thoth teaches that the ancient words of power carry codes of light, and when you speak them with intention, you open portals to higher awareness. Begin using your voice each day to invoke clarity, healing strength, and guidance. The 30th teaching is to awaken the memory of your divine origin. Thoth explains that amnesia is the great veil that keeps us from remembering who we are, but deep within your soul lies the memory of your origin, your past lives, your purpose, and your connection to the One Source. When you quiet the noise, when you trust your intuition, when you surrender to the flow, you begin to remember, you begin to awaken. This memory returns through dreams, through symbols, through synchronicities, and through the silent voice of the soul. This remembrance is the gateway to true magic, for when you remember who you are, you can finally begin to live as the creator you're born to be. As we now enter the final section of Thoth's profound wisdom, we step into the last 5 teachings that serve as the culmination of all that has been shared. These are the final secrets, meant to fully awaken your inner magic and align you completely with the divine force within. They are not just instructions, they are frequencies that activate when you open your heart, listen with presence, and embody their meaning deeply within your daily life. The 31st teaching is to become the living light. Thoth teaches that every soul has the potential to shine like the stars and radiate divine light into the world. This light is not just symbolic, it is literal. It is your auric field glowing with the essence of truth and higher consciousness. To become the living light is to cleanse your thoughts, purify your intentions, and align your actions with love and wisdom. When you walk as the living light, your very presence becomes healing, your words become spells of transformation, and your thoughts become seeds of miracles. The 32nd teaching is to merge with the all. This is the ultimate realization that you are not separate from creation, but one with all that is. Thoth describes this union as the key to transcend duality and illusion. When you see all life as yourself, when you treat every being as sacred, when you dissolve the boundaries between self and other, you begin to access the infinite field of awareness. This teaching invites you to live from the heart center, where unity, love, and cosmic wisdom flow as one. To merge with the all is to become limitless and free. The 33rd teaching is to awaken the inner master. Thoth reminds us that true mastery does not come from external teachers alone, but from the awakening of your own inner guidance. Within you is the eternal flame of truth, the source of wisdom that speaks in silence. The inner master is your divine self, the aspect of you that remembers all lifetimes, all lessons, all truth. Through meditation, stillness, and reflection, you can hear this voice and allow it to guide every decision, every step, and every intention. When you follow the inner master, you walk the path of destiny. The 34th teaching is to transcend the illusion of time. As we know, it is an illusion, a construct of the physical realm, but Thoth reveals that the soul exists outside of time, that past, present, and future are one flowing stream. When you transcend time, you free yourself from regret, from worry, from rushing. You enter the eternal now, where your greatest power exists. In this space, all creation is possible, manifestation is instant, and healing is natural. The Emerald Tablets teach that living beyond time is the key to unlocking your godlike nature and infinite creativity. The 35th and final teaching is to become the creator of your reality. This is the highest secret and the greatest responsibility. Thoth teaches that your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, and your focus shape the world around you. You are not a victim, you are not a follower. You are a creator. Every moment you are casting energy like a spell into the universe, and the universe responds to the vibration you emit. To live this truth is to take full ownership of your life, to create with love, with clarity, and with purpose. When you live as the conscious creator, miracles become normal, and the magic of life unfolds in ways you never imagined. These final teachings are not an end, but a beginning. They are the gateway to a new way of being, where you walk not in fear, but in mastery, not in confusion, but in clarity, not in separation, but in unity. May these words awaken something ancient and powerful within. May you remember who you are, and may you rise as the light, the master, and the creator you are always meant to be. As we come to the close of this sacred journey through the 35 secret teachings from Thoth's emerald tablets, allow yourself to pause and feel the energy that has been activated within you. These are not just ancient words passed down through time. They are living frequencies, timeless wisdom that has always existed within your soul, now brought once again into your awareness, so you may remember your true nature, your infinite potential, and the divine force that flows through you. You are not just a seeker of truth, you are a carrier of light. You are not just a listener of teachings, you are a vessel for transformation. Each teaching you have received holds a seed, and when you nurture that seed through daily practice, presence, and intention, you will begin to see magic unfolding in your life, not magic in the form of illusions or tricks, but true magic, the power to shift your reality, elevate your consciousness, and become the highest version of yourself. Now is the time to embody this wisdom. Let it become part of your breath, your choices, your relationships, and your inner dialogue. Return to these teachings again and again, not with the mind alone, but with the heart, with devotion, and with trust. Allow them to guide you when the path feels dark. Allow them to uplift you when the world feels heavy. And most of all, allow them to remind you that you are never meant to remain asleep. You are born to awaken. If this message has resonated with you, if you feel the stirring within, if you feel the call to live with more purpose, more awareness, and more power, then let this be your sign to take action. Share this knowledge with those who are ready to hear it. Revisit the teachings and begin to apply them in your own way, in your own rhythm, in your own sacred space. And if you feel drawn to go deeper into these mysteries, to explore more ancient wisdom, and unlock more dimensions of your soul, then subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and become part of a growing circle of awakened beings ready to create a new reality. Leave a comment below and let us know which teaching spoke to your heart the most, or how these teachings have already started to shift your life, your energy, your path. Your presence matters, your voice matters, your light matters. And together, we are remembering the ancient truth that has always lived within us all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for remembering. You are powerful, you are eternal, you are divine, and your magic is real.